suspicious topic. I'm curious to know, like, who came up with the name of Garçon Couture? Like, how do we come to that agreement?
So the name was, I know I created the name. So garçon, you know, I'm Haitian. I'm from Haiti. Mm-hmm. So garçon in Creole mean guy, Mister. You know, gentleman. You know, like look at this guy, look at this handsome guy. You know, things like so. That's where garçon come about. A lot of people say if somebody speak French, they ask what garçon mean. It could mean totally different to them. Mm-hmm. But in my language, Creole, Haitian Creole, it means guy. And couture, you know, high fashion. You know, so that's where the garçon couture came about. You know, and then I'm like, hey. And I'm like, and then when the name came about, I'm like, yo, I wanted to, because I was in the menswear, working in menswear, and I'm like, there's something missing in fashion. You know what I mean? It's like I don't see a lot of us doing high fashion. You know, the only person I see was, you know, and that's not even high fashion. Fubu. Yeah. Sean John. And I think that was about it.
But even to that point, real fact, in an article that was earlier this year in 2022. Less than 5%, 3%, as a matter of fact.
That's hard to believe.
In the industry, are minorities that identify as black.
And it's a big industry too.
Oh,
wow.
Listen, no, in 100% of the fashion, as 100% of the fashion industry, only 3% of the people identify as black. Now, you may say Asians, you may say Hispanic descent, you may say the Indian, Punjabi, whatever, you know, descent. There's many different colors, creeds, and ethnicities, and I respect them all. But when I'm speaking specifically to the black people, only 3%. Now, we also have to identify that Garçon Couture is not streetwear.
Definitely not.
Nope.
So the competitor is Ralph Lauren, Brunello Cucinelli, Brooks Brothers, Tom Ford, you know what I'm saying? And there's nobody, and this is really what was so important for me to say, it's like, there's nobody that's penetrating this lane that looks like us. You know what I'm saying? We hear the songs, you know, Jay-Z, I own Pop, Molly, I rock Tom Ford. You know what I'm saying? And nobody, or a person may also have it on the flip side and say, oh, there are minority black people who are in the fashion industry. You know, the Off-White, rest in peace to Virgil. You have Fear of God. You have so many different other ones that I'm, you know, drawing a blank right now. You have athletes that's involved with fashion as well. You got Inner City with Russell Westbrook, and those are streetwear, luxury streetwear. But when I'm seeing you guys right here in your Chelsea boots and your loafers, and you know, this is what I identify with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always asks me, it's like, bro, where did you get your fashion eye from? And I grew up in church. So I identified with more of this fashion rather than the jeans and the baggy shirts and the Jordans and my parents never bought Jordans. Yeah. That's not to say that I didn't want them. I just went so long without having it. It was like, bro, you know, I feel comfortable with having these type of shoes on. You feel me? Now, with that even being said, it's like, how, with hearing that statistic, how are you able to say what makes Garçon Couture different than the other brands that's out there?
I think for us, it's a day-to-day thing for us where we pride ourselves in structure, right? In creativity and diversity.
Yes.
Yo, we go and we really research like fabrics. We look at what competitors are doing and we do the opposite. We like really go to the drawing board and do things from scratch without comparing ourselves to others, right? We create for the consumer to put them in a position to be like, yo, this is fire, but they didn't know that would be fire until we put it in front of them. Yeah. You know, we like drawing from like a blank canvas and we're like throwing our skills on it and I'm like, yo, this is what you should wear. Yeah. And then they come back to us like, yo, that was phenomenal. Give me 10 more of those.
Yeah. And also, just to pick up, just, you know, like we have an eye for textures. Like we mix a lot of textures and pattern. Right. And we're not scared of colors. And that's one thing. Yeah. And, you know, and me and him, we business partners. And what's good about this is we have totally different tastes. Yeah. But it work. It's crazy, but it work. Right. You know, totally different style, different taste, as you can see us, you know. But it's like we have that eye like, yo, this is what's going to be hot.
Right.
This is, and we don't try to follow the trend because I don't think that's fashion for me.
Yeah,
you know, I think you create it from a blank canvas. Right. You know, I think that's what makes Gasso Couture where we at right now. Just to be 6 years in, still pushing after COVID. You know,
and we hella expressive. Like we're not mute. Like we like to be able to show out.
Yeah.
Without even saying nothing. We'll step into a room and they know who we are.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, before we even say a word, because we're expressive. You know, not only with the clothes, but just the way we carry ourselves.
Man, listen, that's my heartbeat. Self-expression without even having to open your mouth.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I seen Gilly on social media. I was like, man, who the fuck is this dude? Fucking the gram up with the sauce. I'm like, oh, sauce overload. I can't deal. Swipe. Oh, another one. Oh, some more heat. Oh, wet floor sign. Drip is you know what I mean? I was like, bro. I reached out to him. I was like, bro. I almost wanted to say, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I'm saying?
Fresher than me.
You know what I'm saying? Who you think you is, motherfucker? Me? I'm the only motherfucker that can be this fresh. But, you know.